Alright guys, what's up and welcome back to another recap. Today I finished the day $409. Not the biggest day, but I took 4 trades total and all of those 4 trades were green. They were all in the same ticker. So RVSN this morning. Only traded the first hour of market open and then called it a day. Let me go ahead and delete that. So with that being said, let me go ahead and look at my trades. If you're not watching me trade live on Tradecaster, I suggest you go check it out. It's completely free. You don't have to pay anything. Don't put any information in. You can just X out of the payment and then watch me trade live. Currently have about 30 people watching me right now, and I know those people are learning a lot, asking me strategies, asking me questions. So for anybody here on YouTube, if you want to go check it out, go check it out. And if you're liking these recaps, make sure to hit like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. So my first trade on this ticker was after this consolidation period. We finally got a green candle to make a move. Now, I did have this pre-market high marked of 225, I believe it was. Yep, 225, so I still remembered it. We came up, broke that level once pre-market, and then dumped at market open. But later on at 8:38, so 8 minutes later, we had a green candle with pretty good volume come in. You can see down here this candle's got more volume than the previous ones, and it's taking out a lot of them. So I'll wait it for that candle to come up above 225, which is the level of the pre-market. I wanted this candle to close above it, so we did get that close above that 225. That is my confirmation that we are going to get a move farther up. So I bought the next micro pullback. I explained all this on my live as well. I was able to call it live as well, so some people I think joined in on some of these plays. So I got that micro pullback. You can see the bottom of that wick is 26. I got in at 27, so a pretty good entry. Timed it pretty well. I do go in and out with market orders. If I want 10,000 shares, I want to be filled 10,000 shares. So I filled in 10,000 shares at 27.9, 26.9, and 90 shares at 28. So I got some at the very bottom, a little bit higher, and then a tiny small amount at 28. After that, I sold all of them at 31, it looks like, and 30 was the last one. Sold half at 30, and the other one's at 31. So that trade right there pulled me up, I think, $250, I believe. So I sold half on that push at 231 up here, and then I believe I put a stop loss for the remaining 5,000 shares, which is why the remaining pulled out below. I wanted to put a stop loss above break even, which would be the 230, 228. I mean, I'm sorry. So 227 is where I bought in. So 228 to 29. I put it a little too high just because I was covering myself, and it triggered almost right away. So I got out of those shares. The next move, this was not a dip entry or anything like that. I saw this volume start kicking in, and I bought in high on this one for the break of now our new top resistance, new high of day, which was a double top to the penny of 235. So 235, so I got in right before at 234, literally 234. Smaller position since it's a breakout trade. I want to minimize my risk in case this goes against me. So I bought in at 234 with only 2,500 shares. I think I had a good sell, so 238. So up here somewhere, I sold half, a little bit more than half because I had 2,500 shares. So I sold 15 shares at 238 and actually I didn't even put a stop loss. You see how the stock ripped up, and as fast as it ripped up, it slammed right back down. So I ended up taking those remaining shares for a loss, the 1,000 shares for a loss. So even though I took a partial and a loss, I barely made money on this. So I was up 250 after that trade. I think I was up 260. I think at one point I was up 500, but never realized. So I quickly saw it in my P&L at the top right. Next trade, now I have that resistance still marked at 235, so I waited for a candle to really go above it. Since this one cannot hold it, I waited for a candle to hold it and give me that confirmation that 235 was a buyer's area now. So this candle came in here at 235, broke the level, held the level, it closed above it. So on that next candle, I took a dip entry at 237. So 234 is the lowest, 35 is your support now. I got in a little higher, 237. Once again, later in the day, I dropped my position to 5,000. So you could see 10,000, my big share, first trade of the day. Second trade, a breakout trade, 2,500 shares. Smallest trade I took, but it was a risky play. Good thing I dropped the size down because then I would have lost more money on that one. Once again, another trade, not as as a risky play, I took that control over. We took control of 235, so I bought the next dip, 5,000 shares right there at 237, and you can see that I'm selling these shares for 3 cents or profit at 240 and 239. So barely any profit on that one. I believe I made an extra $100 on that. So I was up 351. And then my last trade, very same scenario. You got a new high up here of 244. I waited for a candle to rip through 244, claim that level, close above it, and got a dip entry at 247. So once again, almost nailed the bottom. Looks like 246 was the bottom on this one. I got in at 247. And you can see I sold more than half at 250, so another 3 cents of profit. And looks like I took out the remaining on the next candle at 249. So it looks like I probably put a stop loss. Waiting for another move higher. I stopped out right before break even, so it's still locking in some profits, but not getting that big runner that gave me all of that. So those were the only trades. So you can see 1, 2, 3 right here and 4 right there. Took 4 trades today. All of them were green. Besides that, there was really nothing else that was grabbing my attention. So $409 on the day. I will be streaming tomorrow and the day after that. So if you guys want to watch me trade live, see if you can get in some of these plays with me. If you have any questions, any strategy things, anything at all, make sure to go check it out and watch me live. And these recaps as well. Make sure you comment any video ideas that you guys want me to do, or just support the channel, guys. So appreciate you guys and see you on the next video.